I'll wear this when I lose weight. I'll wear that when I lose weight. Probably when I lose weight, I'm going to have the haircut I want. When I lose weight, I'll do this. When I lose weight, I do that. 10 years of my life passed and I didn't do that. Trends passed by me and I never dressed for my age because I was always very ashamed and always looking forward to this future self. I started YouTube 10 years ago when I looked completely different. I'm going to put in this video a lot of snaps from before and afters, but as a general rule of thumb, this was my picture before. I'm going to insert the date of the picture, and those are my pictures now. If you follow me already on Instagram, you are up to date with my pictures and outfits of the day, and I really encourage you to go follow me on Instagram. We're almost approaching 3,000 followers on Instagram, and I would be so happy if you were the lucky number 3,000. Grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea. This is a chit chat video, so it might be very long, so I'm going to put video snippets to see point to point, and I'm going to tell you the entire story, so don't worry. I actually was inspired to make this video from this comment, and I am so happy that you've witnessed my growth. When I created the videos, how to look expensive and how to always look good, 2 or 3 years ago, I looked completely different. I'm going to post parts of that video here, but I was 30 kilos more than now, and I totally looked different, and my style was also very different. But the tips and tricks I gave there were very legitimate, and by following them, that was the start of my transformation. So it's actually real. I wasn't just giving tips and I was naturally born very beautiful. I had to work so hard to reach this stage of me today. The very first tip I'm going to be giving is simply confidence. You know, I am a firm believer in vision boards, and I've been making vision boards and believing in the law of attraction for a while. I made a video about it before. I might do an updated one recently, but vision boards were the very first thing that I started with. And I told myself, if I want all of these things to be achieved, I have to start with my confidence, and I have to be extremely confident. What's weird was when I started with confidence, every single person that met me thought that I lost weight, thought that I looked nicer, thought that I looked better. But the confidence in itself was the start of my transformation because I started to love how I look. That's when it all started to change, because from there, my second point happened. My second point was dressing well. I struggled with my weight for so long. I even went through bulimia, and I went through a lot of hardships. I had thyroid and PCO, and I couldn't lose weight for super long. I was bullied for my weight, even from close people to me and family members. Every single person had it in them to advise me to lose weight, and it was never happening. That was a big issue. It was only when I started to dress like I want, in and accepting my body the way it is, people started to see me differently. People started to tell me, Angie, you lost weight. And at that time, I gained actually 10 kilos more, which was crazy. But because I dressed to my body and I loved how I look, that was the first part of the transformation. So it started with confidence, continued with dressing well, with the videos I actually shared with you before when I was more heavier, and that was like, you know, the engine that started everything. Loved myself, dressed well, and from there I started to attract a better lifestyle already. And the transformation was also, it's like, you know, gears, they're starting very slow and then they build up to something a little bit stronger or higher, and from there it transformed me completely, dressing well. I started even having photo shoots, and I grew my blog then. And that was weird because I never wanted to show people my body and how it looked. Definitely an elephant in the room I need to address. I used to wear a headscarf, and due to an incident I took it off, and I talked about that before in a video. But that wasn't the main part of my transformation. My transformation basically wasn't taking off the headscarf. It was everything else that happened. But it coincidentally happened at the same time. But even with my headscarf on, it would have been exactly the same, just minus my hair, which did not change drastically so far. Then the third part of my transformation was losing weight. And that was a big thing because I've struggled with weight my entire life. And with weight, I had different facial features, okay? I had very full face. I never saw my full face structure because it was very heavy. I even considered having the cheekbone filler for so long. And when I lost the weight, one of my friends was like, Angie, you don't need it. You don't notice you have a very strong cheekbone and you have a very strong jaw. And I was like, wow, weight really transformed me. It wasn't just me dressing differently. I was 96 kilograms and currently I'm 65. I'm even still losing more weight because my height, I'm very short. I'm 156 centimeters. So in order to be on perfect size, I want to become 58 kilograms. But right now I'm 64, which is not a big deal. In comparison to me being 96, you can see the difference. But by losing weight, oh my God, all the shops that I was able to shop from, all the opportunities, I looked younger, healthier. I was able to even act differently and to examine with my style and fashion, and losing weight transformed me even more. I lost weight with the gastric sleeve surgery, which I talked about also in a different video before. There is nothing I did, honestly, that I hide from people. And I want to tell you something. It's in you to transform. Don't listen to anyone else who tell you whether to transform or not. It's totally your job to be who you are and your calling. Don't wait for others to dictate for you what you should and shouldn't be. Losing the weight and going through bariatric surgery, I lost weight in approximately 2 years. So I went in those 2 years from 96 to 67. And in the past week, I started to lose weight again. So I went from 67 to 64. But that was my weight loss journey and how it went. And during this journey, I went from size 48-50 clothing, European, to 38-40, which is crazy, drastic change. I'm so thankful for that change, and it alone really transformed me upside down. Next thing was my lips. That's a very long story, and I'm planning to make an entire video about it. If you want me to tell you the story down below, tell me, but I'm going to put a before and after. Since I was a child, I had an accident in my lower lip. This accident resulted into a lump that happened in the midsection of my bottom lip. Then a doctor, actually plastic surgeon, years ago when I was very young, I was like 3 years or 4 years old, he removed this lump from my lower lip. They had stitched my lower lip, and my lower lip became way bigger than the top lip. It just plumped to the outside. I don't know how that happened, but maybe because of the stitching technique or something. The doctor told my father, we will have to do a plastic surgery probably when I am an adult. And because I had a lot of weight and fat in my face, that wasn't a big problem for me growing up. It was when I lost the weight, it became very prominent. I could see that my lower lip was much more prominent than my top lip, and it was a little bit tilted to the side, and you could see it from the side so much that it was as if I had, like, you know, a dropping jaw more than the top. I corrected it daily with lip liner because I was so conscious about it. You have to know something. I'm not promoting plastic surgery if it's done in an unhealthy way. And how could that be? Plastic surgery and surgeries in general, they're made for a reason. My bariatric surgery is made for people who suffer from obesity that could threaten their life. And that was the case with me because I had excessive sleep apnea and non-allergic severe asthma with asthma attacks that were so ugly that they were going to cause me brain damage. In that case, you cannot judge me like a person who goes there to do something because they don't like how they look. Although if you are that person, I totally understand, but at the same time, I hate it when people compare me to someone who did something surgically to look better. I did it because I needed to. It definitely had an effect on my transformation, on how I look, but it was essential. Same thing with the lips. Fixing your lips or fixing your nose because you cannot breathe or because your lip had a deformation due to a surgery that happened to you when you were a kid is something, and taking a picture of a celebrity and asking the plastic surgeon, hey, can you make me look like this person, is totally something different. That's why I totally recommend, if you're gonna go do your lips, do lip augmentation, and just don't go to make your small lips bigger. What is lip augmentation? Lip augmentation is basically when they look at your lips, and it's usually done only by plastic surgeons. They look at your lips and they take proportions, and they make it more symmetrical. They really fix the top and down ratio. They fix how it is if there is something wrong in your lip formation. But trust me, thin lips, big lips, full bottom, full upper, if it is done correctly, there is no tilting, there is nothing that is a little bit awkwardly there is no need for you to do it. And so, you know, lip fillers do not go away like they tell you. I'm going to put a video down below of a doctor that was talking about this, but it doesn't go away. So do it when you know that that's something that's going to fix your lips. First part of me trying to fix my lips, I also documented it here, it was 2 years ago. I tried to do lip tattoos that is corrective. But the woman that did it for me did it completely wrong. She tried to make my lower lip smaller, so she drew inside my lower lip. It looked super ugly and it did not go away. So I wanted to fix it, which I couldn't. So I thought, okay, next thing after losing weight, I would do fillers. I did 1 ml on the top lip, and I'm going to put the name of the lip filler that I used. And I used that on the top lip only. I filled nothing in the bottom. I was botched badly, or that's at least what I thought, but I was already 10,000 times better. And I realized bodies carry fillers differently. My body carried fillers much longer than others, which I'm so happy about, actually. I'm lucky that way, that the fillers do not move from where they are put in my lips very fast. I can stay with them a little bit longer. Then I went afterwards with 0.5 ml, but I did in the second time the Russian lips. So in the first time, I only requested to fill the sides. I didn't want the middle so that I don't have a duck face, which I didn't want at all, which worked beautifully. The second time, I did the Russian technique, which basically lifts the lip and lines them a little bit more. And I did it only on my top lip. And that's it from there. After I did this, I retouched on my lip tattoo with one of the best, I think, people that ever did my lips, and I cannot trust my lips except with her. And she's also the one who did the Russian technique for me. She's here in Germany. I'm going to leave her contact details down below. If you live in Germany, go and try doing your lips there if you want to. The lip tattoos there are, she just saved my lips. Basically, she did, and she corrected that, and my lips now without any makeup look so beautiful. I'm going to put pictures of how they look. Definitely when you put the fillers, your lips are a little bit swollen, and then later on they reside to a better size and proportion, basically. Okay, the next thing I did, but I started this when I was even with more weight, so I started this 3 years ago, was laser hair removal. I'm a perfect candidate because I have light skin and darker hair, but laser hair removal transformed me. In my culture, removing body hair is a thing. It's like they put it in your mind that it's something hygienic, and I just grew that way. I totally respect if you have a different point of view, but I'm talking about my story. So I had the worst nightmares with my hair. My hair follicles show even when I remove hair with wax or sugaring, which is the method used, and I bleed so much when that happens. I have sensitive skin. Shaving was the only way, but shaving was horrible. I gave myself a lot of cuts and scars, and it was totally a disaster. And I didn't have the money to pay all the money that it requires for laser hair removal from my entire body. So I started with priorities, and the first place I started with was my bikini zone. After I finished my bikini zone, I started with my lower legs. second part with, and what I currently do, because I'm still doing them, the top legs and the underarms. But the key there, because I have also hormonal issues, is you have to touch up on your laser at least once a year in the areas you did it. And that way you're going to make sure that you never see regrowth again. Next thing was skincare. This is something I'm still fighting with, but so far with TikTok saved my life. One of them is this pony and how to do it. Another one is how I cleared my skin. But focusing on your skincare and buying things that are going to transform your skin and healing your skin from inside out is so important. Nutrition is important. Water is important. Having good skincare that does not irritate the skin is important. All of this together is going to work hand in hand to make your skin beautiful. Next part of my transformation was knowing my style, okay? I made an entire series on my channel for you, and I wrote a blog post for you. I'm going to link the blog post down below of knowing your style, and in it you're going to find all the videos and all the links to the other blog posts. It's like a series of knowing your style, knowing your body shape, and knowing your skin tone. And just by knowing these things, I became more aware of my body type and my skin tone, and dressed even better from dressing better in the first place. It just gave me a way to know my style and know what to shop for and never waste money on things that will not serve the whole persona of me and how I handle myself. Again, this led to a better shopping strategy, but what really transformed me was knowing how to put my money. I now want to dress in luxury. I want to own luxurious bags and shoes and all of this. And in order to do so, one of the things that really helped me was to know, instead of shopping haphazardly from Zara, I will put my money into buying good quality, expensive things, secondhand market. I'm planning to make a video all about shopping from secondhand and my strategy. Probably it's going to be a live video where I share with you how I shop from Vestiaire Collective, because that's where mainly I shop from secondhand. Just shopping smartly and having a shopping strategy and knowing what fits me and what doesn't, knowing about the materials and all of this. This was also another thing that completely transformed me. Now, instead of buying 10 shoes that are cheap and they hurt my feet, I bought one heel black, one heel nude from Louboutin. So the money, it is expensive, but things add up when you buy them cheaply anyways. So putting your money in one shoe that is expensive for me became my strategy. Then putting them in 10 shoes in the year that will not make the cut and live with me and will not have the same resale value. And last but not least, investing in your education. Okay, so it started with my master's degree, which I now took. I found a master's degree program for 1.5 years, and I worked in the rest of the half year. And this just exposed me to new people and exposed me to a different mentality and gave me an edge and gave me a way. And it's just, investing in your education is just an important thing that I did, and it also helped aid my transformation. Currently, I'm also doing an online course with Harvard, and again, invest in your education. Take an online course about something that is certified. Take a master's degree, do a PhD. Invest in education, because that's going to make you a better person and have an edge. And also read more. I'm reading a book about finances. I'm gonna put the name of the book here or a picture of it, but read more, and that is going to add to your character more so much. So it's not just how you look, but also how you behave and how you talk and how you walk, and how much information you have, because we're growing and we have to add to that. There are some things I own I'm selling, so if you want to get a hands on it, I'm gonna put my links to selling these. I'm selling my beautiful YSL tote bag that is with red interior and black outside. I'm also selling my DKNY belt bag and my DKNY leather jacket and my Smart Amazfit watch. So you guys make sure to go grab any of these if you're interested. I'm going to put the links down below. Because these are things I'm basically, either they're not my size or not my style anymore. So So I thought I would share with you what I want to sell from them. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're gonna buy one of them. I hope this video inspired you. I hope my videos inspire you to transform yourself and become a better version of who you are. By the way, you guys, I created a channel. Go subscribe to that channel and follow me on TikTok. I'm posting all the time. This other channel I created is for music, for meditation, and for bath time, because I thought I will share with everybody the music and muse I like to listen to. So go subscribe for that, and I'll see you probably in my next video. Have a happy life, boos. Bye.